Thank you very much, guys, for the interview. Childhood is destiny. In this case, in your character, Aaron, how much does it mean to his personality and to his future?
Yeah, I mean, it's really interesting. I mean, this story really dives into Sergei Kravenov, and you see him at a young age, and really sort of see him on the beginnings of his journey of becoming a villain. Yeah, it's a real family drama. Russell Crowe plays our father, and he's this power-hungry, mob boss, and he wants to hand over the reins to his oldest son to take over the family business, and Sergei doesn't want to have any part of it, and decides to become a bit of a vigilante, and goes down that road and that path, and it kind of leads him down that very sort of
well, I guess the question is, it's like, what is your destiny, and how much control do you have in your own life?
Exactly.
And in this way, the guy, it's like, I don't want to give the end of the movie away, but it's a fascinating. It's one of the things I think that drew us both to the character is, he tries to do everything that he can not to become his father, but in the end, it's like it
almost becomes far worse.
Yeah,
it's like in real life,
I know.
You don't always have the answer. You know what I mean?
You think you're on the right path, but then you look in the mirror and you go, oh, shit.
Exactly. JC, I'm saying this not because you're here, but your filmography, it's fantastic. So different.
Very.
But you know what?
Very.
I want to find like the common
Yeah.
theme or subject, if there's something that can relate your filmography to Kraven, for example.
I think it is what I really appreciate your first question, because that is the one thing that I, in my own life, meaning not as a filmmaker, just in my own life, it is, what do you do every day? No one's perfect. We're all human beings. Now, none of our choices, I shouldn't say none, but most people's choices aren't as severe as this character's. But the core question of, are you a good person? Are you trying to make the world a better place every day? What are you actually doing to try and, once you're given power? 15 years ago, I was allowed to become a filmmaker and was given great opportunity. So, I think it's that struggle that every human being has every day to try to live a happy life, raise their children, do all those things. But also leave the world a little bit better place. I think the issue, and this is where I find it most fascinating, is human beings can convince themselves that they're doing things that are right and that are better and that are the right message for them. And in the end, my first film, Margin Call, those characters thought they were doing the right thing.
Exactly.
And it ended up blowing up the entire financial sector. And this guy, I think when you see this film in its entirety, he has that ego of a person who believes they're in the right, and in a way they sort of are, but the way he goes about his deeds are a little lead to his ruin.
Aaron, for the first 8 minutes I saw the film, seems to be a different one in this superhero universes, more down to earth. You know what I mean? More real. Do you agree with me?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that was intentional to take an iconic comic book character, but ground him in reality, and which allowed us to kind of dive deep into the emotional aspect and really see where does that sort of darkness come from, and obviously trauma and all these other things that we say in the movie. Because you look at the comic books and Kraven's Last Hunt is one of our favorite comic books, and that's the end of his journey, and you can see how far he goes. So to work backwards from that was great to do.
It does. There's still some Marvel stuff in here, though, too. You'll see.
Of course, there's superheroes.
But we know what it is, and it's heightened. There is some heightened reality there, and the action is punchy, and it's kind of, in that sort of fun.
But it takes place here. That's what we always wanted, both of us, from our first conversations. all the events are driven by human desires. All these characters
Yeah.
want to be a little bit more than what they already are, and it's that desire to sort of want more. Some of the secondary characters, his brother, the chameleon, the rhino, they're like these tragic figures that sort of they're just not comfortable in their own skin, and
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and also Russell Crowe is in this movie, and he grounds everything.
I was about to
Exactly.
say.
The presence that he has is
Everything
just
down to earth,
He's,
immediately.
That was for both of us, our generation. Russell Crowe
Yeah.
is sort of the ultimate, and so to have him get to walk on set. But that's, I think, tonally one of the things we're all really proud of is we are all like fully embraced. Like everyone is out of the performances. Everyone is all in. There's no winking at the audience but the movie as a whole still knows that it's like a fun. I mean, Russell's performance is amazing, the tonal balance, because there's like a little bit of camp. It's like a little bit big, but yet it's still Russell Crowe.
Guys, I can't wait to see the movie completely.
Well, tell everyone in theaters that's what this was intended. We
Have
want
a great
people to-
time here in Mexico.